Wow, y'all. Season 2. What is living ABSD? I almost thought for a second that song wasn't going to go away. I mean, would anybody mind if I just sang my way through these? I don't mind. I love being in play, and that I think will definitely be a topic in season 3, the importance of play. But for now, we are in season 2. And welcome back to the Living ABSD podcast. It is such a joy, gift, and treat to be in this season. I am your host, AB, short for ABSD, they, them pronouns. I am the founder and facilitator of Change with a Better Standard Direction. And y'all, we are in for a treat this season. It has been such a joy to cultivate a season of badass dub guests, divinely unique beings, and integrate my own teachings throughout. I am extremely excited for another addition to the Ask Kara segment, where she goes into understanding trans from a fact and care perspective. This season has been interesting to sit with for myself. And yeah, I'll talk more about that as we get into the episode. But before I do, let's tune in and breathe together. As we breathe, the invitation is to close your eyes. If you are driving, please do not. But if you're not, I would love for you to tune in with me in this way. We will take 3 deep grounding breaths together. All right, let's breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last one. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. I call upon my divine spirit team and guides, angels, ancestors, God, universe, creator, source, invisible forces, rainbow spiral, and any beings that vibrate at divine love or higher that wish to enter into this space with me now. It is a gift to be in this podcast season, to be recording about what is living ABSD, to share my message, my words, my teachings, the guidance, and cool lives of other individuals who are brave and courageous to come and sit in their authenticity and vulnerability with me in this world, to get to call in all of this wisdom and teachings through my own life experiences and through the creation and flow that spirit has to share as well. Let this podcast find all who it is meant to find in the time and space that they are meant to join in on this movement, join in on living a better standard direction for your life, for knowing that you are worthy of new ways of being, knowing that you are enough, knowing that you are loved and that you deserve a life worth living, and creating a culture of restoration that can hold us in this life that we are designing to live. And so it is. That was a fun one. My energy is very like do 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 do. Very bouncy right now. How fun. Okay, so what is living ABSD? Well, as a general, the intention of this podcast is to create and teach on specific topics that help promote healing and a better standard direction of life, to help people learn how to begin to create a new standard for their own lives through love, healing, and the personal responsibility required. If you have not yet listened to the What is Living ABSD episode in season 1, I do invite you to go listen to that, because I'm not going to touch on all of the foundational things that I touched on in that episode. This is a building on, because this movement is alive, it's its own ecosystem, and it lives and breathes and moves every day with the people who get involved with it, the different partners that come online, the ways that we show up in our communities. And so I do recommend you go pop over and listen to that. It's not necessarily needed before listening to this one, but it will give you some more foundational pieces that I think is important. Like I said, this movement is living and breathing. And so with every time that a new season is unlocked in this podcast, it is going to be like a building block where you get to see these like progressive moments that are being built along with this movement inside of my own life, inside of the lives of the people who are involved, which is so fucking cool. It shifts with every person who gets involved, volunteers, cross pollinates, and decides that he wants to choose a better standard direction for Kin's life. It has been incredible to see this movement shift over the last 7 months since the original season of this podcast was released. Living ABSD stands for Living a Better Standard Direction for Your Life. New ideas and norms to bring about curiosity, to showcase the many ways of being human, and to shine light on creating a world that serves all beings. Let me say that again. To create a world that serves all beings. That does not just include humans, my human friends who are listening to this. It includes all beings, the earth, the animals, the elements, the directions, the everything that is alive, the forest, the rocks, the water, fire, everything that is a being that deserves to be in interconnection of co-creating a life that is serving us all. That is the bigger vision. That is the bigger purpose. There are many different steps that Spirit wants me to take in the direction of that greater vision of becoming one earth, a new way of doing things differently that are outside of our current systemic holds that is suffocating and killing people each and every day. It's devastating. I am sad all the time because of the world that we live in right now, but I also have hope because of the way that this movement is coming online through me. It feels really good to be in this creative energy and to be in this space of feeling inspired. I have not felt inspired for many, many weeks and a couple of months, and it's been soul crushing for me. So to get to really feel myself coming back online is exciting. There's the song again. So this movement came from a desire within myself to live my own purpose on this planet. We are meant to live. I am here to be a vessel to help usher in the new earth. There are so many humans awake to this need right now in the world, and I'm grateful to be one in a greater collective consciousness who is part of the great turning that we are in. This is work that has to be done together. We have to be willing to work together. The way that our current systems are separating us is so that they can distract us enough that we don't band together to actually create sustainable change for ourselves and the earth. But the way this works is working together in a non-hierarchical way of being. And I'm just so grateful to be one piece of this greater whole. This is my life's work to help people wake up to knowing of more. The current systems we are living within are not supporting humans in the wholeness that we are. And I'm just so excited for y'all to listen to this season and get to tune into some of these teachings and the unique perspectives that are brought through from the individuals that I interview. It's just such a gift to see people in their wholeness and also like the messiness of being human and figuring it out along the way. Like my own messiness comes up in this space. Even though I have more structure than I've ever had in a podcast space before, it still is part of the human growth process. And it's so cool to get to see that even growth from season 1 to season 2. And, if it didn't like hammer this home enough at the beginning, if you did not go listen to what is Living ABSD in season 1, please do. We have lost the connection with our birthrights and the deep need to be supported inside of villages. Oh, I live in more village mentality now than I ever have, and creating my nervous system to hold the support that village brings is so foreign, yet so beautiful. And I want that for all people. Like Francis Weller says, we're meant to have 40 sets of eyes on us all the time as a child growing up and in this life, because like it's not meant to be just two sets of eyes that are supporting one child or multiple children. We are meant to live and grow in villages and support each other when we are up and when we are down and every moment in between, because we are beings that are designed to belong in a collective way of being. So I have watched this movement move this year. It has been so fucking cool. And there are many seeds that have been planted that are not yet above the surface. So I'm not yet able to talk about some of those in this intro episode, which is okay. But it'll be fun to see even how much growth happens between like season 2 and season 3. But let's talk about watching this movement move from season 1 to season 2. I relaunched this organization in with just a complete upgrade. And I'm about to go through that again. I'm in creation process for it. And this podcast will be posting as I am in creation. So continue checking back on our website because lots of new things will continue coming online progressively. And that's spans from like one-on-one offerings to virtual offerings to in-person events to new partnership programs to volunteer opportunities to my campaign. Like there's lots of things that are coming online. So I'm excited to see how this movement moves this upcoming year. But even just looking back retrospectively at how much co-creation got to happen because of the divine connection and the spark that continues to bring cross-pollination. So, I partnered with this cool queer creator called her business is called That's So Rainbow, and it's in partnership with our name tag initiative to offer free name tags that you just pay shipping. There are these really cute name badges that are so affirming to have. It has your name, your pronouns, your fave flag identifier, all in one place, and you are supporting a badass queer creator in more ways than one. Multiple creators, me and this woman, Christina, who is the creator of That's So Rainbow. We met at Pride in 2025, and I walked up to her booth and I was like, hey, this like perfectly aligns with what I'm working on with the name tag initiative. And we got to connect, and just, she's such a sweet soul. I'm so grateful to know her and to also have her energy and her work intertwined with this movement in the ways that flows through her. She is so generous to be offering these name tags for free through my website, abetterstandarddirection.com. And so go check it out. See if it aligns with you. See if you want to order one. Check out that initiative. It's really fun. And it's a way for us to continue to show people that, hey, I am safe. I am either in the community. I am an ally. I am here to be seen and want to connect. Another initiative, a new initiative that was created this year is called the Cleanup Cup. You can enter your city name. For mine, it was the Longmont Cleanup Cup, which was so fun. This can be adopted and brought into your own city. We give you a framework and you integrate it to meet the needs of your community. For my community, I decided to gamify it. And so it was a 5-week program where each week there was a different theme, where I put out a teaching video each week on that theme. And you could participate in the week's theme with your trash cleanup, or you could just clean up whatever felt aligned for you, as well as there was a weekly cleanup crew where we met at a local park to help build community in the integration of this action. Through this project, we had 27 volunteers and collected over 300 pounds of weighed trash. That was what was weighed. And I have seen people continue to do this work now that it's been rippling through their system, because it just had mental and physical benefits that I know and can understand in my own life, but cannot conceptualize yet of how it's impacting the people around me and the volunteers that I know and don't know that participated in this. I went to local businesses and asked for donations to bring as community prizes for an end of event celebration, community celebration, where over 10 businesses donated prizes and they were won by people who participated in the initiative. It was incredible. I realized that I have a gift for that, of asking people for what I need, and it was so fun. It was exhausting, but also so fun to get to ask people for donations, and such cool things were donated, and I'm so grateful for all the businesses who partnered with us to do that. From this project, I was even honored as the zero waste champion by the local Sustainable Resilient Longmont for this project, which was such an unexpected surprise. And it was interesting to watch myself have to process imposter syndrome around that, as well as earned my first award as ABSD, which brought up a lot of feelings. And I'm grateful to have gotten to experience that and just be honored for this work that I did. So, if this is an initiative that you are interested in bringing to your own local city, please reach out. We have the framework that I would love to share and to see how it can impact you and where you are. The amazing thing about this is that it is direct action. So, one, you are servicing yourself because you're moving your body. Two, you're servicing the earth because you are cleaning her up. You're creating reciprocity. And three, you're taking direct action that you can see immediate result in. A lot of people right now in our world are stuck in the fear to action space, and being able to go out and do something as simple as cleaning up trash, if that's 15 minutes, if that's over an hour, however much time you have, it starts to tune you in to realizing how dirty our earth actually is. And then I have realized I carry a bag in my car or with me as often as I can, and I clean up trash along the way. Like the other day, I pulled a chair out of a creek with a stick. I fished it out with a stick, and I ended up falling on my ass because the moss was really slippery. But I also like got to be in reciprocity with this creek of fishing a chair out of it, because I'm now in tune with when things are out of place, moop, matter out of place. Along with this, we partnered with an organization with the project where we worked together on National Cleanup Day to combine forces for good. And it was so cool to get to see the people involved in that organization and teams come out from the Cleanup Cup to partner together and to, again, build community and just take direct action. New partnerships with local people have emerged. We now partner with a local bagel shop where 4 days a week, 4 different volunteers go to pick up the leftover bagels and donate them to the free fridges in town. Longmont is so cool and has free fridges where it's a no questions asked, drop off and pick up what you can and what you need. It's a badass service that, if you're interested in what that looks like, please search up Longmont Free Fridges to learn more. Another service you could bring to your own communities, and huge shout out and thank you to Longmont Food Rescue for partnering with local places to make it possible to have these free fridges in town. It is an incredible service that not enough people know about, and also is another thing you could bring to your own city, of partnering with local businesses to have these free fridges to make it possible for food needs to be met in a very accessible way. This food rescue work happened by accident when asking for donations for the Longmont Cleanup Cup, and has continued to expand. People in the community wanted to get involved to help, to be a part of this immediate reward action happening. And so these 4 volunteers happened by accident. People just really wanted to help and were like, I need some way to take action. And I really appreciate the outlet for that. And so it's incredible to see what happens when we just continue to show up and follow the breadcrumbs of where those breadcrumbs can lead us. Asking local businesses what they do with their leftover food at the end of the day is something anyone can do. Most cities these days have some sort of local food rescue nonprofit that is doing really excellent work. You can talk to that organization, see what they are and are not doing, see where businesses are being picked up from, where are the gaps, get creative. As I was doing research into this, because at first my thesis topic was going to be around food rescue. It has shifted to Rainbow Spiral, but food rescue is still going to be a through line in it because Rainbow Spiral helped me find food rescue. Such a gift. But asking businesses what they do with their leftovers has led to so many other doors, which then led me to having conversations with Longmont Food Rescue and seeing what was happening there and where is a gap that I can also help with, which I started to go into these rooms of privilege where catered meals were being brought in for almost every event that I was attending. And at the end of these events, there's so much leftover food. And what happens to that leftover food? Which then caused me to start asking more questions. And so now we're setting up a catering line of food rescue in our town to spread word of mouth through these organizations that do a lot of catered food events, and to see how we can also get this food to other local organizations who are feeding people at night and just continuing to meet the need in new ways. If you are not familiar with the Good Samaritan Act, I encourage you to look into it, especially if you are interested in food rescue, because it is a way, an incredible way to move food waste into food rescue and get it to people who can properly share these donations, and helps cover on the liability side, which is a gift, especially when you are acting in good service and this food is being properly distributed from one place to the next. It is an excellent outlet. It has really created space for us to be in the creation of this catering food rescue line through our city, to partner with Longmont Food Rescue and other mutual aid groups in town to rescue these leftovers. I'm very excited for the possibilities to come with this, and that will be coming online here in the next couple of weeks. This spring, I am partnering with a wonderful human who is one of the dub guests, Alicia Beeson, to be in co-creation of a program called A Year in Bloom that is happening in partnership with her flower farm, X Seed Farms. This program is an 8-month program that facilitates healing through the process of a flower farmer. Alicia is one of the dub guests, like I mentioned, and I highly recommend listening to her episode because it's excited to be in shared passion around healing the earth and ourselves simultaneously, and getting to walk through this process of seeding to growth to bloom to harvesting to abundance to seeding again, and being in the process of how this cyclical pattern happens within our own selves of healing. And if you're interested in that program, it is an in-person program. Happy to share some info, and would love to have you there. It's once a month for 8 months to go through this process. Speaking of dub guests, there's were some other partnerships that happened with some incredible dub guests that are also going to be featured in this season. I had the joy and honor of taking over the Trans Embodiment podcast to interview the host RJ Cork on embodiment, as well as being interviewed on the podcast myself in my own journey. And it's really fun to get to do a crossover episode. So look forward to my episode being aired there and their episode being aired here, and just all of the fun conversation that gets to happen in the trans embodiment space. And the last dub guest that I have had the honor of partnering with is through the Proud Community Massage Clinic with KJ Whitney, where now A Better Standard Direction is a proud new partner, and with benefits through that membership, you also get benefits within both businesses. So it's such a joy and honor to see this movement moving in all different kinds of ways through all of these different dub guests and people who are not in this season, but in just the magic that gets to come along with that. As I mentioned before, there are some partnerships that are underground at this time and doing incredible work together. And I look forward to more connections such as these and for the programs continuing to happen with all the beautiful seeds that have been planted. This movement is grassroots, if you haven't been able to tell that yet. It is self or community organized and moves because there are a ton of people who care and want to show up to the greater good. This is available to all of us at all times. This year, a lot of new changes are coming to the movement as I work on up-leveling through the experiences that I had last year. As I mentioned before, and I will go into a little further depth here, a formal volunteer program will be launched, in-person offerings as well as virtual, my one-on-one offerings. My official presidential campaign is being launched. Oh yeah, did you know that? I'm running to be the president with the intention of winning in the 2032 election. A better standard direction is a foundation for this campaign. It's a creation to bring about change as we are building to the bigger vision of shifting our systems to support the people through the world of politics, but on a larger scale of a worldwide movement to being one world. We are one planet people. And this campaign is coming online this year. So if you're interested in volunteering with it or know someone who might be, please reach out. I am very excited to be in the creation of that and to be feeling into my edges around how that's going to come through me. If you know me, you know I am not a politician, and I really don't plan to morph into the world of politician. I plan to hold my authenticity and myself in this creation because I know that I am needed as I am and not conforming to the greater whole, because there is so much more available to us. Way more to be talked about this in the future, but just a little seed being watered here in this episode today. Along with this, the Rainbow Spiral method is being launched this year, along with its drive to teach and enter into public speaking spaces, to teach people how to use this energy to ignite this aliveness inside of themselves in this movement. So I'm writing my thesis on this, and I'm very fucking excited to see where this energy takes me and us as a collective together. Be on the lookout for more information about all of these things. If you are not yet a part of our newsletter, join us. I do not email you often, but we'll email you when I am inspired or cool things are happening. So it's an awesome place to be. Would love to have you connected there. And if you're just not connected to the movement in general, please connect with us. You can email me at absd at a betterstandarddirection.com, as well as just check out our website. Again, things are morphing and changing on that front. And so be sure to check back in with us every once in a while. New shit is always coming online. We are all a part of a much bigger collective picture, and this work we are doing together is connecting a web that is webbing in beautiful ways. Thank you for being here and being part of that web in the ways that you are. You are welcome here, and we would love to get you involved, plugged in, and connected to the work in ways that align with you and your passions. You do not have to be in my local city to get involved. This is a national movement and is constantly entering into new cities, and I would love to be where you are. We would love to be where you are. Please, that would be wonderful. We cannot wait to have you on the inside and see how we can cross-pollinate for good. Woo! What a joy. This has been such a fun episode. And yeah, again, what is living ABSD? It's living. It is constantly living. It's constantly changing and morphing and expanding, which is some of the many joys that come with this movement. And yeah, if you are living ABSD, you are a living piece of how this movement is moving through your life and shifting and helping morph and through the ripples into creating new ways of being. You are worthy of so much more. We are all worthy of so much more. And the current world we are living in is heartbreaking. The mass atrocities that are happening to people that we love and care about, and people that we don't know or will never meet or never have the honor of meeting because of the way that they are being treated. Every single person and being and place and entity and part of the earth on this planet right now is so deserving of more than we are being handed right now. And the way of doing that is by coming and banding together to create collective good. And that does not happen through one person. That does not happen through one group. That happens through little pieces all over the planet coming together and banding into the same energetic frequencies so that we may align for a greater purpose of all. Being part of this, it's such a gift and honor to have you and your energy here. I cannot say that enough because truly, I just am all constantly flabbergasted by how this movement gets to move. And I look forward to the ways that it continues to in the future. So thanks for being on this journey with me, making it all the way to the end of this podcast, and just being you. Thanks for being you. I look forward to knowing you as you. With that, go out, love loudly, be your most authentic and beautiful, unique self. The world needs you as you, the unique thumbprint that you have to offer. Your gifts are worthy and needed. I love you. Be awesome. Till next time. And I hope you enjoy this whole season of Living ABSD. It's a good one. Bye.